You want the truth?
Yeah, I want the truth.
Absolute total fucking tosser.
If you was in charge for one day, what would you do to change our country?
Well, you can't change it. You can't change it. Well, what can you do? It's too late.
We're fucked. Like,
It's done. We're fucked. It's done. It's over. It's over. You can't do anything about it now. It's too late. What can you do? What can you do? I'm 69. I've been here nearly 70 years in this country, and the last 20 years I've seen it change ridiculously ridiculous. I worked for 50 years to get the pension I'm getting now. 50 years I put in that pot. People who are living here now ain't put a penny in the pot, probably better off than me. And they're also first in doctor surgeries and hospital queues and, you know what I'm saying? Never put a penny in the pot and yet first for everything.
Where do you think your tax money goes then?
Well, I don't know where it goes, does it? But a lot of it goes on benefits, doesn't it, for a lot of people.
It funds foreign wars as well. We don't focus on our own country, we just focus on Ukraine, Israel.
As soon as there's disasters somewhere else in the world, we send millions of pounds. But when we get disasters, nobody helps us. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's taken from Great Britain. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It is. People are coming here, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them if they want to come here, but I don't mind immigration, but not illegal. I wouldn't be allowed to go to another country without papers and get in. I'd be straight on the next plane home. So why shouldn't these guys be on the next fucking plane home? You know what I mean? Yeah. The man in charge is an absolute wazzock. Yeah. He's a human rights lawyer that wanted to be PM. He is PM, and he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. Everybody sees that. Everybody's seeing that. Sorry.
That's all right. And do you think there's any political parties left in the UK that actually care about the people?
You don't know, do you? Because basically politicians are all for themselves anyway, aren't they? You know, like they get the 340 quid a day for signing into the House of Lords every day, don't they? Is it 330 quid a get a day, don't they? And when they go into the House of Lords, is it? They get the 330 quid a day and all this stuff. Look at yourself, number one. Fuck the rest, we're all right, you know? And that's politicians for you.
A 70-year-old man just said what millions are too afraid to. Politicians spend thousands on focus groups trying to understand what ordinary British people really think. But sometimes, all it takes is one man on a street corner to say what an entire nation is feeling. And that's exactly what happened here. A 70-year-old man, nearly 7 decades of life in this country, was asked a simple question: what would you change? His answer wasn't polished, it wasn't scripted, but it was real. And that's precisely why it's cutting through. What just happened? This wasn't a political debate. This wasn't Westminster. This was a British pensioner, someone who has worked for 50 years, paid into the system his entire life, looking directly into a camera and saying, "It's too late. It's done." That level of despair from someone who has lived through decades of British politics, Thatcher, Blair, Brown, Cameron, May, Johnson, Truss, Sunak, and now Starmer, is not just frustration. That is a complete and total collapse of faith in the political class. Why this is bigger than it looks. What this man is expressing isn't just anger at Keir Starmer, it's a much deeper crisis. He's describing a Britain where he feels invisible, where he contributed for half a century, and now believes the system prioritizes everyone except people like him. Right or wrong in the details, that feeling is politically explosive, and Starmer's Labour government cannot afford to dismiss it. Because when a 70-year-old pensioner who worked 50 years looks at the country and says, "We're finished," that sentiment doesn't stay on a street corner. It goes viral. It shapes elections. The strategy behind it. Reform UK and the Conservative right have been feeding exactly this narrative for years. The left-behind voter, the forgotten working-class Briton who played by the rules and feels betrayed. Labour won power promising change, but 18 months in, the public mood in working-class communities hasn't shifted. If anything, it's hardened. And every viral clip like this one is ammunition for Starmer's opponents. Why this matters to you. This man's frustration about pensions, NHS waiting times, public spending, immigration, these aren't fringe concerns. These are kitchen table issues that affect millions of British families every single week. When trust in government collapses this completely, democracy itself starts to fracture. What happens next? Starmer has a narrowing window to show results, because right now, on the streets of Britain, people aren't waiting for political speeches. They've already made up their minds. The question is anyone in Westminster actually listening?